Hey, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk. Loaded in here on proc, my T44 100 Russian premium tier 8 medium. I'm going to try to control the 5-6 line and work the middle. At least that's my plan initially. Teams look pretty even, both in setup as far as tanks go and players. So we'll take off and we'll see how this one works out. We're going to call this one a little bit of everything. I have to do a little bit of everything here. I like to get up on this little ridge here. Sometimes these scouts will troll along that edge. I don't always stop, but sometimes you get that nice aimed shot, and of course I miss, and oh boy. So right about there, I figured it was going to be one of those days, or one of those matches on this particular map. I fully expected to get nuked by the S51 right about here. But I'll tuck up to the 5-6 and start working. You can see the IS3, also a pretty good player, has moved in. And we are going to work this corner. I get salty here and ping the map, so you'll forgive me for that, but I am seeing about 3 or 4 tanks camping on our excuse me, camping on our overpass there at B6 and 7. And that's just a recipe for disaster, because you need tanks on this back side to keep this hill on us so that we can work the middle and help them on the backside by shooting their tanks here, and help their backside guys by lighting these tanks. But we can't very well light these tanks easily without getting crushed by their hill guys if our guys aren't there lighting them at the same time. So it's a bit of a symbiotic relationship right there. I can see that the middle's getting kind of crazy, a little bit unusual for this map, especially where all of them are right there. So I am right now deciding I'm going to go to the hill, but I noticed that finally the T29 and Tiger are moving that way, so I abandoned that and moved back. And of course the thing I'm worried about running away that way is getting shot in the rear, because they're starting to poke. They're able to poke because they're not being kept honest by anybody on that hill. So I actually shift over this way for now until our guys can get up on the backside, because I don't want to get shot in here from their hill tanks. Plus there's a lot of tanks here in the middle, so there may not actually be a whole bunch up on the hill. So let's see what we can do here. We can hit the ground. Got spotted. Of course the danger right here is they're arty. There's only one and it's very inaccurate, but if it's carrying the 203 it hits hard. And kind of just rocking back and forth like I'm doing is a good way to get shot. And that's another just AP round, probably always going to bounce off of a 112 unless I can get him into the side. Working a little lateral movement from right to left just to throw off the S51 if he tries it. You can see, holy cow, most of their team, a good portion of their team, is on this side and in this middle. Into the dirt again. So a bunch of shots, not a single hit yet. Now I'm going to shift back here pretty soon to the middle, because our guys are getting up to the hill and I can see that they've got some lights on the hill, so I want to come over. Unfortunately, S51 nukes the IS3, and that is bad news for us. Definitely puts us behind. There we go. There's that Tiger. Let's see if my RNG luck turns around. I have a hard time getting a highlight on him here. I'm not sure where he is. There he is. Now I'll just fire it off. Oh, I hit, and I did let him on fire. And there he goes. Alright, so it's looking up. RNG is looking up. A little bit risky right there, sitting there that long, but I had to get something going. And you can see that they are really stacked up along the 2 and 3 line. Pretty unusual actually for this map, for a lot of tanks to be right there, but there's not a whole bunch of arty. I just realized we have an S51 too. 2 as well. Get a shot in there, continue to work this. And I do have to pay attention to the right. And what's happening here is they are pushing in to our campers, and once they clear these guys out and they own this ridge and start coming across, my position becomes untenable, or at least very dangerous. Continue to look for it, and I'm checking at all times on what's going on my right flank. There we go. Now we've got these guys lit, and this is what we're looking to do with my position. Unfortunately, I get lit right there, so there's something nearby, probably that low. I'll bounce that shot. So I need to be careful about coming up too high, because those guys over there, the Cromwell, the Mod 1, the Rev, those guys will get shots on me. But for the moment, they're busy enough with the guys in front of them and worried enough about getting thumped by cresting that I'm relatively safe. Not completely, but relatively. I'm looking for shots over. It looks like we've taken a bit of a lead, so that works out. We'll continue to work this 5-6 line. Oh, look at that. There's a 34-100. So that's what I'm looking for. I'll just pop up here, see if I can get a shot on this guy. Takes a hit. He only needs one more. There we go. Thank you, RNG. And again, back to these bushes. So they're not great cover here, but they do work. I'll get a shot on the 112. Now I'm starting to get RNG back on my side. And it looks like the Easy 8's pushing. So I'm just going to sit here till I reload. No need to move. Surprise him with a shot. I'm going to use this little piece of terrain right here to protect myself-ish. See if we can get him to miss while he's going at us with that derp gun. Tiger 1 that's camping back there. Or sorry, the Su 100Y. Oh boy. Now I've got the low, so I'm going to continue to try to use this piece of terrain right here. It also protects me a little bit from the flanking fire. Not quite enough though. He hits me in the turret. Ouch, someone else got me. But he's getting thumped. He's paying the price for coming around. I'm going to try to get back up. I'm just trying to move and spoil any shots until I can get rid of this low who's lighting me. And now let's just tuck down. So we got him lit up. I didn't really want to rage out into this flat and let the low have an easy shot. So I was trying to spoil any shots from these guys here. And then once the low's dead and not spotting me, I'm going to tuck up under this ridge line to at least give myself some protection. There we go. And the 112 is down in that flat area. There goes our Artie, unfortunately. We're still slightly ahead. Now I don't really want to fight in this flat. Those guys in those bushes have a big advantage, so I'm going to try to head out. I get spotted here as I top, and this 112 just snaps a shot off and whacks me. Oh, jeez. A little bit rough, but he gets spotted for it and dies. Now we've got the Cromwell lit. Pop back up. He takes a hit, a little bit of zoom, and we'll take him down. So things are looking good. Now there's a Tiger 2 over on the east side, so I start heading that way. That's where the majority of our forces are. I am a one-shot. I'm not really interested in letting that 01, the mod, or the Scorpion, which I know happens to be on that side based on guys that died over there from him. And that Tiger 1 is just hidden a corner, so he's not very useful. I'd rather work with these other guys who seem to have a clue of what they're doing. We'll deal with the Tiger and the rest of them down there with the Mod 1 and the 01 and the rest of them later. Let's go ahead and get rid of this Tiger 2. And I'm also interested in getting rid of the Artie if I can find them. When you're a one-shot like this, with this low HP, it just takes kind of a near miss and Artie will take you out. There we go. Got him. And I didn't get right up to the edge there. I used that bush because I really didn't want to be spotted. Going back to the discussion about Artie, if he just happens to be looking near me. Plus he'll be lit for a while, and all I need is a splash. So all I can do to not get spotted will be a good idea. So now where is that 01 and Artie? The Tiger 1 that we've got is on good health. The KV-85 is still working that crossroads on the north. And our Tiger 1 somehow is still alive down there. So it looks like we've got a lot of the map covered. Mod 1 is well up there. There he goes, coming back into my spotting range. Alright, he's got to be coming after this. There we go. So he comes after the Su 100. And we'll take him out. Somehow in all that, the Su 100 lived. But we'll take it. Oh, look, there's the 01. Excellent, hiding in the bush. Oh, geez, hit the train. Okay, better target. Let's get rid of him. And anyway, the 01 just died. Not nearly as worried about the 01 as I am about the S51, so that's why I prioritized him. Fortunately, someone shot the 01 anyway. And now it's just cleanup. Got to find this Scorpion G. I've got 7 kills, a little bit of everything. Started in the middle, worked back over to the west. At one point even considered going up the hill, came back to the 5-6 line. Dove back down, went over the crest at about A6. Came all the way to the southeast to help clean up there. And then crossing over their rail line at about J6. So more or less all over the map. being a bit of a wuss right here, sitting in a bush. I'll be honest, I was thinking about the Radley Walters. I was really trying to find that kill shot on that guy. And I figured the Tiger One would be lighting him up any moment. The rest of our guys are moving in. It's not beyond the realm of possibility that a Scorpion could win this with a little bit of luck. But now that we're tightening the noose, it's unlikely he's going to be able to wade through all those tanks. Really wondering where he might be. Probably back in K and J based on what we're seeing here. I would expect this Tiger One up here to evaporate if he was anywhere around here. He got up into this edge, didn't really see anything, so more than likely he's back here. So we'll speed forward. Yep, there he is. That Tiger One got thumped. The other Tiger One is still sitting way in the back. Actually, he's finally moving up. He's 5%. So we'll come in here. It's very possible that these guys held their shots for me right here. The Rev hits him. Then he hits the Rev. Come in here. I shoot him once, and it seems like the Rev's holding this shot for me right here. So I actually ram him and shoot him and get the kill. So I'm pretty sure that guy actually let me do that, so that was much appreciated, although I don't really call for those kind of things. But 3,400 damage, 8 kills on what started out as not a great game for me. Just kind of hung with it. And sometimes you just got to do a little bit of everything in this game. And if you keep on swimming, good things can happen. All right, we'll catch you later. Hope this helps.